Today, we will look inside a toaster whose main purpose we all know is making bread go brown. Just to let you know, we are not looking at how to connect it to a socket. Instead, we are looking at what engineering marvels make it tick. Let's assume our toaster is seated on a table. When someone places bread inside the toaster, the bread normally remains nearly half exposed until this peg is pushed down to lock it in. If we take a look inside, that peg is connected to a spring that initially keeps it up, and also that same spring allows the bread to pop up after being roasted. As you can see, metal holders for the bread rise and fall with the peg each time. Now, if the peg has a return spring, why does it then always remain down when the bread is being heated? And after heating, how does it know when to stop and pop the bread? This is where things start getting weird. When the peg is lowered, the plastic wedge connected to it, as you can see, moves down and pushes two bendy contacts into contact with the input terminals for the toaster. The bendy contacts contain power from the outlets, and once in contact with the input terminals, that power flows into the toaster. Without anything to prevent the return spring from popping back, the wedge will return and the bread jumps out uncooked. To do that, there is an electric magnet that gets energized immediately power gets to the toaster and attracts the metal which is attached to the peg. Because of that, the circuit remains on and the bread remains inside the toaster. In order to prevent the toaster from overheating, you might assume there is a camera inside watching the color of your bread as it burns, but no. When you set the level of browniness you want on your bread, the toaster converts it into the number of seconds it takes its infrared heaters to do that level of damage to your bread. Therefore, once you have set the level of browniness, the nichrome wires made from an alloy of nickel and chromium heat up. Once the time is reached, the toaster automatically turns off. This means no power to our electric magnet. If no power goes there, the peg is released and the return spring makes sure your bread is popped to a height you can pick it from. And that's it for the toaster. In case you wanted insider tips for the heating process, it can easily be designed with a timer IC, a potentiometer to vary the timing, and a relay to switch on the high power needed to heat the bread, plus a step-down transformer and a regulator to protect your timer IC. If you have a comment, question, or a process you need me to break down next in animation, you can place that in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.